Morning students, myself Professor P.B. Ingle, and today we have to discuss the last lecture of unit number 6. Okay, and today we have to discuss our last topics in unit number 6. What is photovoltaic cells? Photovoltaic cells or photovoltaic power system. So very simple explanation about this photovoltaic cells. So what happen in photovoltaic cell? You see here, guys. Solar energy can be directly converted to electrical energy by means of photovoltaic effect, which is defined as the generation of an electromotive force as a result of absorption of ionizing radiations. Means whenever a solar radiation is incident on these photovoltaic cells, the radiation energy means solar energy converted into the electrical energy is done by the photovoltaic cells. So energy conversion device which are employed to convert sunlight into electricity by the use of photovoltaic effect called as a solar cells. A single converter cell is called as a solar cell or photovoltaic cell. If you consider the only one cell, that is we call as the solar cell or photovoltaic cell. To increase the electrical power output upon number of such cells are combined, and combination is called as solar array or a solar modules. Which if you want to increase the more electricity, to increase the electrical power output, then what we do there, we have to combine more than one cell, and number of cell we have to connect it in series or in a parallel, then it is called as a solar array or solar modules. So look at the guys, this is the diagram of the photovoltaic cells. Let's we discuss here. So photovoltaic cells or another is what is PV cells. For a short, okay, PV we call as the short photovoltaic cells. If you call in short pronunciation, that is the PV cells, are a magical things which convert light energy usually from the sun, because we know the from the sun the solar radiation is come out, is nothing but the light energies come out. Okay, light energy usually from the sun into the electrical energy. Means what is the output? The output is we getting the here electrical energy, guys, right, into electrical energy. So here what is solar cell are made from semiconducting materials such as silicon. So we know it is very basic. So solar cell is made by the silicon material or phosphorus material is used there for constructions. We know that this is the NPN type conductors, semiconductors, or what is PNP type conductors. We know the difference between conductor, insulator and semiconductors, right? So here solar cells are made from a semiconducting material such as silicon. Okay, and the second most abundant material in the world after the oxygen, which is used to convert the sunlight photon into the electrons. Yes or no? Yes. So what is here? This conversion process as effective as it is produce no harmful waste or emission to the environment, making it clean, green and effective for the energy generations. So we know that from the solar cell, after the generation of electricity, no emission will be come out. Okay, no emissions. It is a clean source of energy. It is a eco-friendly. No harmful waste is come out from the this photovoltaic cells. Okay, and it is renewable energy, means we can use again and again solar energy for the generation of electricity there. So photovoltaic cell, as known as a solar cell, is a semiconductor device that generates DC electricity when light fall on it. So whenever the light is fall on these cells, so what type of the current we have to generate here? DC currents. Okay, we know the meaning of DC. Direct current means electrons flow in only one direction, that is called as the DC currents. So what is we getting here, guys? DC current is getting whenever the sunlight is falls on these solar cells. Then a photovoltaic turns photon into electrons by what is called as the photovoltaic effects. Photo means You know the photo means what is the light, and voltaic means electricity. So in the photovoltaic effect, rays of photon in the sunlight strike the surface of the silicon materials. Okay, this silicon semiconductor materials, this light energy strike it, liberating the free electrons from the material atoms. So whatever the silicon material we can use, from these silicons the free electrons is liberated. We know the electronic configuration of the silicons. Okay, there are variety of different materials that solar cell can be made from, and all convert solar radiation into direct current or DC electricity. The photovoltaic solar cell is generally made from a modified silicon crystals such as crystalline or amorphous silicons or other semiconductive material that absorb and convert the sunlight into electricity, guys. Certain doping chemicals are added to the silicon composition to help establish a path for the free electrons to flow through. This create a electron flow called a DC currents. Okay, very simple. This is a diagrammatical representation. There is a, in top position, the N type of the silicons. There is a majority of the electrons, in which there is a formation of this depletion layer, guys. At the bottom there is a P type of silicons, means majority charge of what is a holes will be there. These holes we call as the positive, means deficiency of the electrons. Here there is a formation of the holes. Here the maximum number of the electrons, that is called as the N type of silicons, and maximum number of the holes, that is called as the P type, that is nothing but the N PN conductors, NPN or PNP, like that. So here, guys, semiconductors are non-metallic materials such as germanium or silicon, whose electrical characteristics lie somewhere between those conductor which offer very little resistance to the flow of electrical currents. Okay, and insulator which blocks the flow of electric current almost completely. We know the difference between all these things, insulators or what is conductors or semiconductors. Okay, so in semiconductor, in between the insulator and in conductor, guys. That's why this is called as the semiconductor material is used there. There are so many applications. So here, guys, if you consider, hence the term semiconductors. The silicon based material is called as semiconductor because the device conduct electrons in one direction from negative to positive. Okay, so crystalline silicon has been the main material is used to manufacture solar photovoltaic cell of the last decades, with a polycrystalline silicons and amorphous silicon leading the way. In industries, what is the majority silicon material is used for the construction of these photovoltaic cells because it is available in abundance. So here, guys, inside this photovoltaic cells, we getting only the what type of the current will be generated. There is a generation of the DC currents, guys. So very easy construction and working of these photovoltaic cells. So crystalline silicons has been the main material used by the manufacturer. We know that because it is available in abundant quantity. So photovoltaic cell consists in essence of junction between two thin layers. There is a junction in between. If you call this depletion layer, nothing but the junctions. Yes or no? Yes. So what is these two thin layer dissimilar semiconducting materials? One layer of the silicon is treated with substance to create an excess of electrons. Here excess of electrons will be there, and that becomes negative or N type of the this semiconductors. And the other layer is treated to create the deficiency of the electron, become the this P type semiconductor, that is there is a maximum number of the holes will be there. So here N type of the semiconductors are made from a crystalline silicon that has been doped with a quantity of an impurity atom, usually a phosphorus, in such a way that the doped material possesses a surplus free electrons, hence the term negative type semiconductors. What happen in P type, guys? If you consider in P type, so P type semiconductors, if you consider in P type, in a P-type semiconductors. So in P-type, what is the impurity we add? In P-type semiconductor also made from crystalline silicon, but doped with a small amounts different impurity atom, usually a boron, which causes material to depreciate the free electrons. Okay, so these missing electrons in semiconductor lattice effectively called as holes. Okay, then since absence of negatively charged electrons can be considered equivalent to a positive charge particle, the silicon dope in this way known as positive type semiconductor, guys. So when this similar semiconductor materials are assembled together, then after if you design this P type, then we design the N type, then we have to assemble these both the things together. Arrangement becomes a light sensitive PN junction semiconductor. They set up the electric field in the region of the junction, and which we know commonly as a photovoltaic solar cell. Thus, when similar such solar cells PVs are combined into solar panel, it results in much higher electricity generation capacity, guys. Yes or no? Yes. So let's we discuss the how it is work. You focus here construction and working. So sunlight acting a fuel carries energy into the photovoltaic cells. Means here is the sunlight as a fuel. If you consider the solar radiation is fuel for this photovoltaic cell, guys. So when the photon particle from the sunlight strike the surface of the silicon solar cell or dope structure made of silicon phosphorus or silicon boron, the photons absorb the sunlight, knock loose and dislodge the electron from the silicon atom to the cell, transferring this energy and exciting them. Because whenever the solar energy is transferred through this plate and from this it is transferred to this given electrons, so this electron becomes excited, we know that, and it start to flow. So what is here, guys? The excitation of the electrons cause them to become released from its parent atom and move in higher valency levels. This is the basic, we already learned in 12th standard. So as there are billions of photons striking the cells very second and there is lot of electrons is knocked loose. Eventually the excited electron gets kicked out of the atoms, allowing it to roam freely around the semiconductor materials. Okay. Then here, guys, what is, as one of the side of the PN junction there is a lack of electrons in this position, there is a holes will be there here. Okay, with the other side of the junction there is a excess of the electrons, this side there is a excess of the electrons. These free electrons move through the junctions, through these junctions, and creating a creating and filling the holes in the cells. So in this movement of the electrons and holes generate electricity, and as long as there is a light striking the cells, so there will be electrons flow through flow out the cells and physically process, in which PV these PV cells convert sunlight into electricity, is known as the photovoltaic effects. So what is here means, we know the electrons freed by the interaction of the sunlight with the semiconductor material creates an electron flow as a free electrons move together around an external circuits. The generation of electrical power required both voltage and currents. So in order to produce power, the photovoltaic cell must generate voltage as well as current provided by the flow of electrons. The cell voltage is provided by the internal electric field is set up by the PN junction. Okay, we know this electric field is set up by this PN junction, which can be thought a small battery producing a fixed output voltage about 0.5 to 0.6 volt. A single silicon PV cell typically produces electric current about the 3 amperes. If you consider one single cell, how much is will be produced? 3 ampere current will also produce, guys, here. Yes or no? Yes. With a single photovoltaic cell producing up to the 1.5 watt of powers, means how much? 1.5 watt of power is also generated. Thus, if you consider the 36 if you consider the 36 cells, connected together in series, have enough voltage and power charge 12 volt batteries or run the pumps or motors. So if you combine the 36 cells in the one solar modules or solar array, then we can generate the more amount of the electricity. Yes or no? Yes. Then what is I am discussing now? Sunlight is a clean and easy to harness and available in worldwide, and it is from the sun. It will continue to be freely available for many millions of years to come, guys. Solar power is a clean, green and effective with the today's efficient solar panels. Our photovoltaic cell easily available in the marketplace. Homeowners can have free and clean energy many years to come with the only cost involved being in the cost of solar panel itself, making a solar power ideal choice as the part of the home based renewable energy systems. Okay, so this is the simple explanation about the solar energy. We can understand here, guys. Whenever the solar radiation strike, the electron will be excited. It move through the these circuits by these conducting strips, and whenever there is a generation electron is flow, voltage will be generated, EMF will be generated, and this electron is come into the which type of the conductor here in p-type semiconductors. So what are the advantages of these photovoltaic cells? There are no moving parts. Okay, there is no any moving parts like in power plant turbines or like that. There is no any moving part here. Solar cell are easy to operate and need little maintenance. There is maintenance cost is very low. They have very longer life. Okay, they are highly reliable. They do not create the pollution problem. It is eco-friendly. The energy source is unlimited because sun energy we can use again and again. They can be fabricated easily, very easily fabricated by the p-type material and n-type materials, that is PNP or NPN semiconductors. They have high power to weight ratio, which maximum power is generated, and the weight of this system is very less. They can be used with or without sun tracking, making possible a wide range of application possible. Means there is no required any sun tracking mechanism, just like you require in a concentric solar collectors. Here we cannot require any tracking mechanism for power generation purposes. They have ability to function unattended for a long period as evident in a space program. So whenever the space shuttles or a satellite is a launch, okay, so on the satellites this photovoltaic cell is attached for to generate the power and transfer to this given satellites or spacecrafts. Okay, so this is the one of the application or advantages of the photovoltaic cells. What are the disadvantages? The cost of the solar cell is quite high, very high cost. The output of the solar cell is not constant, it varies with time, day and weather because it depends upon the solar energy, and solar energy in the fluctuate form. So that's why whatever the power is generated by this photovoltaic cell, it is not a constant, it will be vary throughout the day, and weather is changed, suppose the power output also change. The amount of power generated very small, means electricity or power is generated by this photovoltaic cell is very less. Okay guys, so there is the end of your syllabus. So we have to complete all the units from first unit to up to 6 units. In our next lecture we will engage or conduct the unit test on unit number 5, and in next lecture we will conduct the unit test on unit number 6. So best of luck my students. I hope you should understand this subject, non-conventional energy sources. It is very easy subject and very important subject in today's point of view, because the in today there is a very lack of electricity produced by the fuel, because the fuel is very less, not abundantly available from the thermal power plant. The fuel or electricity generated is very harmful to our earth. So to avoiding these resources, we can focus on a non-conventional energy source, and by using the non-conventional energy source we can generate the electricity, and it is a very clean source. It is a very free electricity generated, means no pollution is free. So I think in your futures we adopt this non-conventional energy sources in much more quantity, much more research we will do you have to do your project which based on this non-conventional energy sources, guys. Okay, so best of luck, my students. Thank you very much.